Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make the scrap quilt that I have on the back of my couch. You can see it right over here. I'll get a better view of it momentarily. So it's super easy. What I did is I have a bunch of fabric. Even pieces that like this, okay? So like pieces that I've previously made. What I did was I used my 3-inch wide ruler, and it didn't matter what it was. Just cut strips. Cut down 3-inch strips of whatever, okay? So, and you can do whatever size you want. Just strips, that's all it is. I've even taken pieces like this and this, and you just sew them together, it don't matter, and then just cut strips, okay? So, after you've got a bunch of strips cut to whichever size you prefer, you're just going to take some scrap cotton you don't like, some muslin, an old bed sheet, whatever, and you're going to cut your foundation blocks. The foundation blocks that I did on my quilt were 10 inches, but I believe this one's just an 8-inch square. Again, up to you. So I need to grab scissors, one moment. It's literally just like strip piecing. If anybody has experience in strip piecing, if not, I'm gonna show you real quick. You're just going to take 2 strips, okay? And you're going to lay one face down in the center of your block. You're going to take a second and place it face down on top of the strip you have. And then you're just gonna straight stitch it. If I can find my pedal. You're just gonna straight stitch it all the way down. Okay. And then you'll trim it up. Alright, now this is the point where you're going to want to open this up like such. And you're going to want to go press that seam. But it is overly warm in my apartment. And I turned my air conditioner off for better audio quality. So I'm not turning my iron on right now, it's too hot. But anyway, so once you get your strips done, you just continue this. You know, you just lay one, you're gonna have this here, and you would just take another strip and lay it face down on top and sew it out. And you would just continue to do that until that side of the block's full. Now, you're gonna take your block, you're gonna flip it around, and you're gonna do the same. You're gonna take this block, lay it face down on your center strip. I keep saying block, I apologize. Like so. And you're just gonna straight stitch it. Well, hello, Peach. Hi, baby. What's up, honey bunny? This is Princess Peach, everybody. She's come to visit. Sweet girl. So, just sew that. Straight stitch that down, trim your edges, and then go use your iron, press that seam open. Okay, now as you can see, the block's covered with these strips now. Now what you would want to do is go ahead and trim and straighten up the edges on your block. You can use rotary cutter for time's sake right now. I am just going to trim it with a pair of scissors. Okay. Oh, that did not work out well. Peachy. What you doing, baby girl? Okay, now in this example, I'm only showing you guys a piece with just this one block, just simply because it's very basic. What you want to do is cut your foundation blocks to the size you desire and have your strips ready. And then you would just lay down your center strip and then continue adding on from the other side, or on both sides, until you filled your block. Once your block is done and it's filled, you would assemble all the other blocks in the same fashion and then sew them together. And no, with this blanket, seams do not matter. You do not match up seams. It's great for that because you can just chunk them all together, even if they're all stair-step when you get done. Just chunk them all together and just square up your edges. It's that simple. So after you get that done, and you get all your pieces together, what you're going to want to do is lay it out. Lay out your blanket, and you're going to want, because there's no batting in this. This is just a blanket. You're going to lay it all out, and then you're going to, let me find a piece here to use as my backing piece, guys. Well, I've got some black fabric here. I'll just use this. And ladies and gentlemen, in case you haven't noticed, I have cats. And one of them has decided they want to lay in my box of fabric while I was getting ready for video, so there's a little kitty hair on it. Okay, so you have your block. It's facing up. Then what you're going to do, well, this is not just your block, but your entire blanket, your entire piece. Once you have your entire piece assembled, again, I'm just using this one block as an example. You have your entire piece assembled. You're going to take it, lay it face up, and you're going to take your backing. And if your backing has a right and a wrong side, you want to make sure that both right sides are touching. But seeing as how this is just a piece of black, there's no right and wrong side, so I'm just going to lay it down. So you're just going to put it over the top. Oh, I'm sorry, I told you to do that reversed. Lay your backing down first, and then take your block and just set it face down as such on your backing, okay? And then you're gonna want to pin it. Now, since this is just an example block, I am just going to use some pins here. If you were doing this for a full-size blanket, by all means, please use the, not paper clips, wow, Peach, Mama, use your safety pins or quilt pins. Peach. Peachy, move your bottom. Come on, move your bottom, lady. Move it. Move it. Thank you. Okay. So I've got this pinned down. Okay. As such. Now you're going to want to probably leave, I would say, at least 2 inches of background fabric around it, just because your fabrics do shift. But yet again, this is just a small example. So again, after your blocks are assembled, lay out your backing fabric, place your piece face down. Okay, yes, thank you, Tear Bear. Okay, guys, hold on, I gotta come fix my camera. Okay, sorry about that. You're going to take your backing fabric, lay it out. Take your assembled pieces, lay them out. You want the right sides to be touching. So you want them face to face. And then you're going to lay it out, you're going to pin it, leaving about 2 inches of your background fabric all the way around your block. again, this is just a sample block. So I'm just gonna do so, okay? So this is the wrong side, that's the wrong side. These are the right sides. You want your right sides touching. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna use 2 more pins. And the reason we're gonna do this is because what we're gonna be doing here is turning this inside out. So you want to mark off an area on your block that reminds you to stop, because you need to leave an opening. You need to leave an opening on your piece, okay? So as you can see right here, I've got this blue pin and this pink pin. I'm gonna stop here and stop here. I'm gonna leave a gap right here. Again, you're just gonna do a straight stitch on here, and you're gonna stitch all the way around, remembering to leave that gap. Also, do not run over your pins. Please remove them as you sew. Come up to the edge, about a 1/4 inch from the edge. I'm using a 1/4 inch foot, by the way. And lift up your foot, pivot, and keep going. Now, I'm at the spot where I want to leave my opening. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up to it, I'm gonna back stitch a little bit, because that's gonna help reinforce it when you're sticking your hands in there, so that way the thread doesn't come undone. And I'm just gonna lift up my foot, lift up my needle, remove my pins, and just pull it out just a little bit. And then without cutting the thread or anything, set this back down. And again, back stitch to reinforce your threads or your seam. Continue the rest of the way around. And when you meet where you first started your stitch, also back stitch over that as well, just to reinforce your seam. Okay, so basically here's what we have. As you can see, well, you might not be able to see, but right here where this thick thing is, this is the opening that I left for me to turn it inside. Everything else is completely sewed all the way around, except for my opening right here for me to flip it inside out. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna trim all of this down. So basically what I would do is just, you see where your fabric is for your block? I would just trim it up even with that. And again, rotary scissors or rotary cutter would be great right now. Very quick, very easy. I have all my stuff put up right now. I just really wanted to get a video out, and this is such a simple block, such a simple project. So what is that sound? Oh, you've chewed on your tire. Okay. Okay. Sorry. So trim up your edges. And then there's something that really helps when you're turning it is your corners here, to just kind of, do not cut your seam line, but cut up to it and take off your edges, like your corners like that, because it will help when it comes to turning your piece right way around. Okay, so we have our blocks assembled. We have put our backing to our blocks inside out. Got it on. So now it's super easy, okay? You're just gonna reach inside the best you can, grab a hold of a corner, and you're just gonna work it, turn it inside out, or right side round rather, like such. Okay. Now this is where that back stitching around your space to turn it inside out comes in handy, because then when you're getting in there and you're tugging on it, it doesn't want to fray. But if you don't do that, it's going to just come right apart the seams. Now, once you have your piece turned right side round, you're just going to use your hand or something that you can fit in there to kind of get your corners out. Now just be very, very careful, because you don't want to pop a seam when you're doing this, okay? All right. Now, again, what you would do now at this step is go around and press your edges. I am not doing that because it is too hot in my house, and I do not want to turn on that steamy iron. So here we go. Okay, now everything's sealed all the way around the edge except for you have this piece up here at the top. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to fold that in like so. And if you would like, you may pin this. I am not going to pin. So what you're going to do is we're going to top stitch now all the way around. So you're just going to fold your piece so that it closes like such. And you're going to just top stitch it. All the way around, like all the way around on all four sides, just top stitch. My dog's over here tearing up one of his toys, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's what's going on. Okay, so, ooh, you know what? I didn't quite catch that, but that's okay. So here is the quick and dirty version of just throwing together a scrap blanket. Here's a little sample. You got your quilt pieces you've assembled with your scraps, and then you've got your backing. You just sew them together, turn them right, so you sew them together inside out, leave a spot at the top, flip them out, top stitch down the edge, and it's super easy. It's a really great way of using a fabric. There's no batting in it, so it's just like a lightweight blanket. Okay, I will show you mine now, and I use this one like every day, so. Okay, so as you can see, these are just blocks of scraps sewn together. Hello, Peachy. They're just blocks of scraps sewn together. And then the backing on mine is just an old sheet. So, yeah. Super easy, super quick. Thanks for watching, guys.